on the show, so our question for you, your question, who was your favorite kiss?
Oh my God, who didn't I kiss? Who was my favorite kiss? I know, I mean, I've kissed Zoe so much. And she's amazing.
She smelled good.
Yeah.
They literally soft.
That's a good
That's what
Will you guys come to all my panels?
The women are definitely good kissers. They have like, you know, puffy, glossy lips, and they do smell good. Chris can be painful because he was very scraggly, but he's a very powerful kisser, I'll tell you that. But wonderful. I don't know. I kissed Kenzie once, I think, which we were like, this is so weird when we were like little kids. But I don't know. There was no bad kiss.
Those are good answers. Who's your favorite member of KISS? Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Wasn't nervous till I got up here. So Bo is a very sexual character,
Thank you.
obviously. Yeah, thank you. So I was just wondering how that kind of transferred into your personal life. Like, did that spark your own sexuality? Or
Here we go. Should we bring your husband up? Let me rephrase the question. Was there anything about the character that you did admire and maybe wanted to be more like the character?
More sexually free?
Maybe. But she had more going on than just that.
Yeah. I don't know how to answer that. I want to. I really do.
you should answer.
There are no children here.
You know.
I said there are no children.
I think people's sexuality, it happens at different times in people's lives. I also think it's super private, and I'm not trying to say like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying mind your own business, I'm not saying that.
I'll say
what I'm
mind your own
saying is I
business.
do think sexuality really is very private and personal, and it should be. I think it's really, really a big part of who we are.
Yeah.
The way that it can be portrayed in media now is so overt, to me it can get boring and not very sexy. So what I loved about Bo was that, you know, it was who she was. You know, there was no, she didn't have to like turn it on, you know? You know how there's just people who are just sexy? And they might not even be the prettiest people you've ever seen. They're just sexy. That was Bo.
It's interesting.
Check your phone.
Oh, oh my God.
Go ahead. I'll answer the next one.
I need to check my
Yeah,
phone.
you check your phone.
He says, tell Anna to check her phone because I just called
Listen, only people with microphones are talking. Go ahead, what's your question?
Alright, so 4 years ago, Zoe Palmer and Chris Holden-Reed were here, and they talked about the awkwardness of Chris walking onto set wearing nothing but a sock, and how they reacted to those things. So my question is, how did you react to seeing Chris walk on set wearing just the sock and having to perform those intense sex scenes?
I've seen Chris in a sock a lot. Yeah, the men wear like this kind of socky pouch thing, and women wear like a patch that's taped to your body. It's super sexy.
Making TV glamorous, you guys.
Chris is a formidably built man. I mean, he's got an incredible physique. I think we can all agree. He's ridiculous, and he's the most concerned about his physique more than anyone else. But he's got a powerful presence, and he's got an incredible body. You know, it's not just like a manipulated gym body. You know, it's like a really, he's gorgeous. But yeah, Chris he's very goofy, so seeing him in a sock, there's a lot of humor that comes about. I'll tell you one thing that a lot of, are there children here? Like
No,
if there's
no.
babies, they won't get this. But okay, a lot of things that male actors. I think there must have been like a male actor workshop at one point, because one thing they always say to women in in sex scenes, and I've heard it from several male actors, is, "Forgive me if I do, and forgive me if I don't." I'll leave it at that.
I'm so glad I showed up at this. Yes, sir.
So during the final season, you know, Bo kind of goes back and forth between Dyson and Lauren quite a bit, and I was really hoping that she would choose, you know, Dyson in the end, and she kind of ends up with Lauren. So I was wanting to know how you felt about that, if you feel like if she should have chose Dyson, or like how you felt about that.
You know, when I read the finale, I went to Michael Grassi, who wrote the finale. He was our showrunner in the final season, and he was incredible. And I said to him, you know, the only question I had for him was about her choice at the end. And it's not because I was questioning the choice. I just thought, should Bo make a choice? I mean, she was all about not choosing. And so I questioned that, and he said, well, you know, Bo was definitely about not choosing, but our show is also about making a bold choice. And I think that she would naturally make this choice, and I totally agreed. So I'm glad that was who she chose. I mean, fast forward 100 years, and maybe Bo and Dyson are like, remember Lauren? Lauren is gone. But I think that you know, sorry, Zoe. But I think that the choice was right.
So for you, with your conception of both characters and what they wanted and everything, you felt like that was the right choice?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this. So I wrote a show for many years, and we had sort of a love triangle in it. And our actress, who was fantastic and hilarious, got so invested in the soap opera outfit. I mean, really, all the guys did. That when they get a new script, it was like, oh yeah, no, this is good, or I don't know, this is the choice today. Like, yeah, but it's not gonna last. Were you invested, like the viewer, in the soap opera of these people's lives?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I remember it was season 3, I think, where in the first episode, Bo and Lauren get together. And I was like, it's the first episode. We can't get together in the first episode. And they're like, no, we're going to do it in the first episode. I'm like, okay. I mean, at the end of the day, my job is to tell the story that's being written. I certainly had a lot of input in that, but I definitely got invested in that. It felt like it was too soon, you know?
It had been 2 years.
Do you have a microphone? I'm sorry, I couldn't tell.
It's okay.
Hi,
Yeah.
hi Anna, my name is Lacey. I'm a big Last Girl fan. Actually came here with a group of people dressed as the cast of Last Girl.
Cool, you look beautiful.
My question is, as you journeyed into Bo and pushed on your own boundaries as an actress, what did you learn the most about yourself as an actress as you experienced this Lost Girl experience?
That's a great question. That's what I was trying to ask. Thank you. Do you wanna...
I think we would have to get a transcript from my therapist.
I am a therapist. My practice is called Truth Psychotherapy.
I'm sorry, save the plugs for the end.
Gosh, I learned so much, to be honest. I really did. I learned how to push boundaries. I learned to pick my battles. I learned how to really, truly support people. I learned how to support myself. And I learned to really just pace myself as well and really try to enjoy the moment rather than let it tumble over me and be gone. So those were the big positive things, for sure, that I learned.
That's a good answer. What did you learn from watching the show?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Don't get me started.
It's fair, right?
I learned a lot, and it's become one of my favorite shows. I was never a particular sci-fi fan, not a particular fan of anything in that genre, but I became a fan very quickly, and I really, really enjoyed your role in it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. So my question is actually more to do with like the costuming side, because each of the characters has like a really, really distinct aesthetic in it, and I love the bow aesthetic. It's pretty much what drives my wardrobe these days. But I was wondering if there's anything that you kind of got jealous of for the other characters, because like Kenzie got to wear a lot of color and a lot of like really frilly, crazy stuff, and you're mostly like in the leather and the corsets and the black. So I was wondering if there was something that you're kind of like, I wish Bo would venture that way sometimes.
I don't know, I got to wear stretchy leggings a lot, so I was really lucky that way. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about Bo's wardrobe is that, yeah, it was sexy and form-fitting, but it was also kind of like practical to be Bo. You know, she could kick butt in it and be ready for any kind of action, you know. This half of the show was really cool, and I can't believe, honestly, that we never were nominated for anything with the costuming. It really bothered me because there were some really talented people that brought that to life. Ann Dixon originally, and then Noreen Landry. But costuming and hair and makeup tell a story, and you don't really realize that until you're doing, on set and realizing that if you're watching something on television and something feels off, I think Zoe is actually trying to get a hold of me.
Answer it.
But yeah, hair, makeup, and wardrobe tell a story. So each, you got to know each character because of that incredible wardrobe. And I'm glad you noticed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just pause for a second.
If I can I face it?
See if I can get a hold of
This is great.
But it's just not going to answer.
Try leaving you a message.
Someone tweet at her. Tell her we're trying to reach her.
We'll leave her a message.
She's probably leaving you a message.
I know, she did. Leave a call back number +5.
Call her anything first.
Hi Zoe, it's Anna. I've got a couple of people here that want to say hello. We miss you all. We miss you, and call me back. Sorry, baby. I'm so sorry.
Step up, please.
Want to see the baby?
Oh, hello. How old is that baby?
4 months.
4 months.
That was such a femme fatale and such confidence. Did you find yourself taking on some of her attributes, like if you were a shy person, now you're super courageous, or just different traits?
Yeah. The thing about Bo's confidence is it really came from, a true development of strength. I mean, she wasn't just confident. It was not one-dimensional. She really had to embrace her fear to be super confident, which I think is really, on the flight last night here, I sat next to this lovely man who we were talking about heroes, and because he was coming to this convention as well, and I was thinking about what he said, because heroes don't have to win all the time. They don't have to, they have to fight all the time, and they have to be brave all the time. This is not now my husband, I'm sorry. But they don't have to just be confident. There's a real struggle there, and there's a real fight for those around you. And I thought that was really an interesting thing that he and I had spoken about. I think that sort of ties into Bo's confidence.
Yeah, sir.
So my question is, I guess, since Lost Girls started off as a Canadian show before being picked up on Sci-Fi and brought to the U.S., Do you have a preference as to which television market you like to work in? Is there a different culture in the Canadian television market and the production side of things versus the American market? Or do you see like more interesting shows being produced in